Hey guys, welcome back to Basically Minimal. I'm Morgan and this is my podcast about all things cleaning, organizing, being lucky, being minimal, being basically minimal. If you're new here, it's switched to, I took a break from podcasting and then it switched over to also adding your podcast to a YouTube video, which I do like that format. And if you're watching, I'm pretty close to the screen, but it's because I was taping it farther away. Then you could take that content. So the camera right now is like this. And if you want to put it on YouTube, that's how it needs to be. But if you want to put on like Instagram or TikTok and make like a reel video, you need the phone going this way. But if you tape far enough away, you can like crop it, which I did do that and the video was blurry. So I'm like, I'm just not doing that anymore. And here we are. I'm just in my office. I got my Ember mug. I literally love Ember mugs. If you like to drink coffee, you need an Ember mug. But let's get into it. And today's episode is called Put It Away, Not Down. This is what I live by. This is what has changed my life. This is a huge part for me, what it means to live a minimal lifestyle. Okay. So putting it away and not down just means to put whatever you were about to put down away where it belongs and goes. So let me give you an example. You're drinking out of a cup and you don't feel like walking into the kitchen. So you just put it down on the coffee table. Okay, that would be an example of putting it down and not away. Let's extend this a little bit further because some people might be like, oh, I wouldn't do that. I'd bring it to the kitchen. Okay. So you bring the cup into the kitchen and you put it next to the sink. When you could just take 5 more seconds and put it away in the dishwasher. I know it takes a little bit longer to wash it, but you could put it in the sink. But a lot of people just set it next to the sink because we know in our brains that it's going to take like an extra 5 seconds or whatever. And it's so much easier to just give in to being lazy instead of just taking the extra 5 seconds and doing it the right way, which is putting it away, not down. I have so many examples of this, but I'm just gonna tell you a quick little story about the other night. And then let's talk about 2 areas where this motto can just change your life. Okay, so I'm not perfect with this minimalism journey. I'm still learning, I'm still working, I'm still sometimes lazy with things, but I keep this motto in my head at all times. So I was just telling somebody the other day that the reason why I am so organized and my house is clean is because of this, is because of the put it away, not down. I just live by it. I think about it constantly. Well, not constantly, but for the most part, I think about it a lot. And I was telling him about how the other night I had my Apple Watch on when I was going to bed. And a few nights before that, I had taken the Apple Watch off and I put it next to me on the bed because I could not reach over and put it on the Apple Watch charger, literally like right next to me. It was easier to be lazy and just put it next to me. Well, then the next day, like the watch wasn't charged and then I had to charge it really quick before work, but then it stopped, like it ran out of battery at work and I didn't have it. Like I didn't have it on me, and I really love to track my steps and my calories. That's the only thing I use it for, and to look at the time. But I didn't have it because instead of putting it away where it goes on the charger, I was lazy and I just put it down next to me because I could not be bothered being so sleepy to roll over a little bit and put it on the charger. So then a couple nights later, same thing, the watch was on my arm and I took it off and I stopped and I was like, I could put it next to me and I'll have to charge it in the morning. I'll have to make sure I put on the charger and then make sure I put it back on before I leave for work. Or I can roll over, reach just a little bit and put it on the charger. And that's what I did, because putting it away and not down just saves you time. It saves you energy. It saves you heartache. Obviously, like not having your watch is not that big of a deal. But if you just keep living by this, it will, I don't want to say save your life, but it'll just make your life so much better. Okay, so 2 areas that I think you could start living this motto. One, this is so much easier, is your car. So a lot of times it's so easy to leave things in our car and be like, I'll just get it later. When I go in, I'll come back out for it. Don't do that. Bring it all inside, because I feel like when I leave stuff in my car, I say I'm gonna get it and then I don't, and then I go to drive and then it's still in there and the stuff starts piling up, and that's how our cars get so dirty. I swear, everybody's always like, oh, my car's a mess, my car's a mess, my car's a mess. But I think if we just use that motto of put it away, not down, our car would not be such a mess. And it's really hard. I live in a snowy area, so it's really hard in the winter because it's cold. Everything's like wet and slushy and gross, and it's so easy to hop out of your car and just like go straight inside. But just take that extra couple minutes to like walk around the side, get whatever you need out. And if you have kids, I feel like if you're doing this all the time, like you can instill that in them, and hopefully like they have that habit. It's such a good habit to have for your life, and I just feel like the younger you can learn that habit, it's like brushing your teeth. Like if you always take the stuff out of your car every single time, like that's ingrained in you, just like brushing your teeth is. And then the other area that I was thinking about would be the counter. So I feel like the counter is a catch-all for people, and it's because, well, I don't know if everybody has a counter. I should say like entry table, island. I have like a peninsula. It's not really an island, but it's connected to my counter, but it sticks out. It is a peninsula, and it's easy to just like put stuff in there because I come from my garage and like walk right into my peninsula, I just call it my counter, and put stuff there. And that's where stuff collects. But if you just took the extra 5 seconds to go put something away, or sometimes I have to set a timer and take 5 minutes to put everything away that is on the counter, it will make your life feel so much better to put these things away. And I always say that in my house, which I can do a whole podcast on it, is that everything has a home. So if you're putting stuff away and everything is a home, then like you don't lose stuff that much. Knock on wood, I rarely ever can't find things. And when I can't, I'm like, okay, I must have got rid of it. It's gone. It is gone, because everything in my house has a home. And that's because I put my stuff away and not down. Not all the time, but for the most part. So if you can take anything away from this, is put it away, not down, but start small. So maybe that's like on your desk at work. If you're constantly like letting stuff stack up, maybe at the end of the day, you go through all this stuff and put everything away. And then that way you can start fresh. So a lot of times, like with the car, for example, it's hard to for me to say that right now when your car is filled with stuff. So find a time this week to think of an area that is super cluttered, has a lot of stuff that needs to be put away. I know a lot of people will put stuff on their stairs, which I actually will put stuff on. There's a little tiny ledge on my banister, but lucky me is that the ledge is very small. So if it gets piled up, I need to take it upstairs. But think of like the stairs, your counter, kitchen table, maybe like a laundry area, the car, your desk, maybe a bathroom sink. I don't know, just think of an area that has a lot of things that need to be put away that do not belong there. Okay, I know you can think of an area as I'm saying this. So now find a time this week that you are going to set a timer and put all the stuff away. Like go through it all, put it away, throw out what needs to be thrown out, put away what needs to be put away, delegate. So like if it's other people's things, be like, here's your pile of stuff, go put it away, or like get it out of my sight. And you will be able to start fresh. That's the thing. It's like I was saying, I can say, oh, go take yourself in from your car. But if there's a million things in your car, you need to set aside a time to make it a blank slate and start over. Okay, if you're watching on YouTube, comment below, because I feel like on podcasts you can't do that, except I did see on Spotify. I listened to this person that only has Spotify. I saw that people were leaving comments under that, so I don't know. I listen to Apple Podcasts. However, if you're leaving comments on the YouTube, then I can like comment back, and that is so fun. And if you're watching this, comment an area that you need to either is clean and you're gonna start putting away, not down, or that you need to clean out so you can put it away, not down. And I will talk to you guys next week.